Hello, Ashley here with HeartHookHome.com, and today we are going to learn how to do this beautiful Argyle shell stitch. This is a simple 4-row repeat that creates these beautiful diamond shapes, and then you've got this holy bit in the center, in between them. It's an excellent stitch for a lightweight, airy, summery top, which is exactly what we're going to have on HeartHookHome.com as a free pattern. So learn this stitch with this tutorial and you'll be able to work up this beautiful summer top. I am going to use regular cotton for this tutorial because I want it to be easy to see instead of using that thin yarn that I'm using for the pattern. For this pattern, you're going to want to have a chain of multiple of 8 plus 2. So you're going to do 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, however many, as long as it's a multiple of 8, and then you're going to add 2 more for your foundation chain. So for this tutorial, I'm going to do a chain of 24 plus 2 for a total of 26 chains. Alright, so now I have my 26 chains here. In order to do your very first row, which is going to be really the foundation of the whole piece, you're going to start by looking at the second chain from the hook. You're going to look into the back bar of that stitch and you're going to place a single crochet right in the back bar of the second chain from the hook. Now you're going to chain 5. You're going to skip 3 chains on your foundation chain. You skip 3 and put a single crochet into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And you're going to do this all the way down the entire foundation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and go into the 4th with a single crochet. Do this again. Skip the 3, go into the 4th. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, into the 4th. When you get to the very end, you should end on your last chain here with a single crochet. Okay, now that you've got all of these wonky looking little chain 5s, this is going to be your actual foundation for the whole entire piece. So now we are going to start the 4-row repeat. So your very next row, or the first row of the 4-row repeat, you're going to chain 5, turn. You're going to place a single crochet around this chain space, this first chain space. Single crochet right there. Now, in this single crochet right here that we made on the foundation row, you're going to place what I'm calling a shell. So you're going to put a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same space, chain 1, and double crochet in the same space. And that is going to be your shell. So this right here, your double crochet, chain, double crochet, chain, double crochet. That is your shell. Now you're going to single crochet around the next chain space, just right around that guy. Now you're going to chain 5. Single crochet around this chain space here, And now you're going to shell in the next single crochet. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same, chain 1, double crochet in the same, and there's your shell. Now you're going to single crochet around this chain. Now you're going to chain 5, single crochet around that next chain space, shell in the next single crochet. So you're alternating the shells with the chain 5s. Get my yarn situated here. Chain 1, double crochet in the next, chain 1, double crochet. Now when you get to the end here, you're going to single crochet around this last chain space. Now you're going to chain 2, and you're going to double crochet in the last stitch over here. So this is the first row of the 4-row repeat. Isn't that pretty? Now to start the second repeat, or second row of the 4-row repeat, we are going to chain 1, turn. You're going to single crochet in that first stitch, which is that double crochet. You're going to single crochet right in there. Now you're going to place a shell on this single crochet. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. There's your shell. Now you're going to place a single crochet in the center double crochet from the shell before. So this is your shell where you've got your double, chain, double, chain, double. You're going to place a single crochet in the center double crochet. So right here, you're going to place that single crochet. Now you're going to make a shell in this single crochet. So now you're just straddling this shell with a shell on this side and a shell on this side. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Now you're going to single crochet around this next chain space, and you're going to repeat the shells on either side of this shell. So you're going to place a shell in this single crochet in the top of that shell, and then place a shell on the other side. So you're straddling the single, or the shell. So now I'm going to shell here, single crochet in the center of that shell, which is this double crochet right here, and now I'm going to shell on this single crochet here. Single crochet around this next chain space, and now straddle this shell with these two single crochets. Place a shell here, single crochet in the top of that shell, and do a shell in this single crochet over here. Single crochet in the top of that center double crochet, shell over here in this single crochet, when you finish the last shell of this row, you're going to place a single crochet in the third chain from your beginning chain of the last row. So find 1, 2, 3, and I like to turn so that I'm looking at the whole stitch, so that I grab both the front loop and the back loop of that chain. So that is the third chain. I'm going to single crochet right into that. So this is the end of the second row of your 4-row repeat. So now we are going to add the third row. We're going to start with a chain of 5, turn. You're going to single crochet in the center of the next shell. So this is a shell right here. We're going to single crochet in that center double crochet right in here. Now we're going to shell in this single crochet. When you get done with that shell, you're going to put a single crochet in the top of the next shell, the center, that double crochet right there. Chain 5. Come over to this next shell right here and do a double or a single crochet in that double crochet, the center double crochet of that shell. Now we're going to shell in this single crochet. When you get that shell done, go to the next shell and place a single crochet in the center of that shell. Now you're going to chain 5, find that center of the next shell right here, go into the top of that with a single crochet. Now we're going to shell in this single crochet, and you're just repeating this throughout the pattern of this row. Single crochet in the top double of that shell below. Now when you get to the last part here, you're going to chain 2 and put your double crochet right in this last stitch right here. And this is the end of the third row of our 4-row repeat. It's starting to take some shape. Isn't this great? You're starting to see this diamond shape and this beautiful open weave in the middle. We'll do another set of the 4 rows, but now we need to do the 4th itself. So to start that 4th row, you're going to chain 1, turn, single crochet in that very first stitch. Now you're going to chain 5, single crochet in the center of that next shell right here. Chain 5, single crochet around this chain space. So the 4th row of the 4-row repeat, you're just chaining 5 and going into either the top of the shell like this with a single crochet, or you're chaining 5 and going around that next chain space with a single crochet. When you get to the end, you're going to do a single crochet in the 3rd chain from that beginning chain. So 1, 2, 3. And like I said, I like to turn mine to get both sides of that chain with a single crochet. So this is the 4th row in our 4-row repeat. So now we've got this beautiful little Argyle shell. Isn't that great? Let's do another 4 rows together, and then you'll have this stitch down. You'll be ready for that new pattern I'm about to hit publish on. It's beautiful. For the first row of our 4-row repeat, we are going to chain 5, turn, single crochet around this first chain space, Now you're going to place a shell directly in this single crochet, and that's something that will help you as you're going so that you don't have to count so much. Take a note of how on here your shells are always going to be straight up vertically. So whenever you're starting a brand new 4-row repeat, which is this section here, you want to make sure you start with a shell that goes directly on top of the shell below it, if that makes sense. Okay? So now that I've got my single crochet around that first chain 5 space, I'm going to do a shell in here. Now that we've finished our shell, we're going to single crochet around this next chain space, chain 5, single crochet around the next chain space, and now you're going to place a shell on top of this diamond. So right here in this single crochet, you're going to shell. Single crochet around that next chain space and chain 5. Single crochet around the next chain space and place a shell directly above this last diamond. Put a single crochet around this last chain space. Now you're going to chain 2 and double crochet in this last stitch. And there's our first row of our 4-row repeat. So we're starting the foundation to start this right here is this right here. So we're just going to do this again right here. So to start row 2 of our 4-row repeat, you're going to chain 1. Something that helps me too is that on the rows that you have, you're always going to alternate. You're going to start with a chain 5, and then on the next row you're going to start with a chain 1, and then on the next row you're going to start with a chain 5, and then on the next row you start with a chain 1. So that kind of helps to keep things in order as well. So start with a chain 1, turn for your second row of the repeat, single crochet in this very first stitch right here. And now this is the row where we straddle with a shell, single, shell, right? Place a shell right in this first single crochet. Single crochet in the center of that shell, and now straddle it over here in this single crochet with another shell. Now you're going to place a single crochet in this chain space, and now you're going to shell in this single crochet right here, all the way to the end of the row. Oops. Oh, I did. Pay attention. Single in the center and shell. Single crochet around this next chain space and shell, single, shell. When you get to the very end, you put that last shell in that last single crochet, and now we're going to find the third chain from our beginning chain and put a single crochet there. 1, 2, 3. Turn it to get both sides of that V. Nice. Single crochet. Okay, so now we started this row and ended this row with a single crochet. So that means that we are going to start the next one with a chain 5. This looking nice? So chain 5. This is the third row of the repeat. Turn. You're going to single crochet in the center of that shell. Now you're going to shell in the center of that diamond, right? We're creating the top part of the diamond here. Single crochet in the top of that next shell. And now you're going to chain 5. Go over here to this next shell and single crochet in the center of it. And now shell in the center. Single crochet in the top of this next shell and chain 5. Go over here and single crochet in this top of this shell and shell in this single crochet. Single crochet in the top of that shell. Now when you get to the last, we started this row with a chain 5, so we're going to end it with a chain 2 double crochet in the last stitch. So now we're going to start the last row of our 4-row repeat. So we're going to chain 1. Since that last one was a chain 5, this one's a chain 1. Single crochet in that first stitch, and now we're going to do the chain 5 all the way across the row. So chain 5, go into the center of that shell. Chain 5, go around that chain space with a single crochet. Chain 5, and go into the center of that next shell. Go around this chain space. And go into this next shell. Chain 5. And go into the third chain from your beginning chain and make a single crochet. So once you get the hang of it, it goes a lot faster. And as long as you remember that if you start the row with a chain 5, you start the next one with a chain 1 and alternate those back and forth. So this creates a beautiful, nice, open, such a pretty stitch. Isn't that gorgeous? It really is pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Do keep in mind that there is that 4-row repeat, and you're going to want to make sure that you're not skipping too many chain spaces as you're going along. So definitely take your time, get the hang of this new stitch pattern, this Argyle Shell, which is absolutely gorgeous, and watch for that brand new pattern to be published on hearthookhome.com. It's a freebie and it is a summer pattern, so you're definitely going to want it. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.